everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at FC Kerbeck Buick GMC in Palmyra, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2025 Buick Encore GX. This is the sport touring trim. Summit white is the color. We have a black leatherette interior with Santorini blue accents, which is part of the sport touring package, which looks really nice on the inside. We got a turbocharged inline 3-cylinder engine, front wheel drive with the CVT. Now, if you don't want the CVT, you can get the Encore GX Sport Touring trim with a 9-speed automatic, but you need to grab all-wheel drive to get that, spend a little bit more cash, so that's up to you. But we're going to go through this vehicle for 2025, see what it brings to the table in the subcompact crossover segment, so let's dig in. Front end of this 25 Encore GX, we do have a full spread of LED lighting up front, which includes turn signals, DRLs, and headlights. The Summit White looking good against the gloss black on the front grille with some chrome. Bling it up a little bit, Cadillac badge right there. Then we got the ST badge right there on the front grille, looking good, functionality top and bottom. Nice looking front end. Now as we move into our wheel and tire setup, when you go ST trim on the Encore GX, you're going to get an 18-inch gloss black machined aluminum alloy wheel, Buick badge on the center cap. Now, these wheels are wrapped in hand-cooked Kinergy GT all-season tires, 225 on the width, a 55 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, front-wheel drive. You can also get the Encore GX with all-wheel drive, but you're going to spend a little bit more cash. But I do like the Summit White with the gloss black accents. Let me know what you think as we move in closer. Color match side view mirror, but no turn signals on the side view mirrors. Again, the ST badge down below, looking good. We do have color match door handles with some chrome bling on them, front and back. Left side fuel filler cap. Up top, we got a roof spoiler coming off the top, brushed aluminum roof rails. We have the antenna in flat black, no sunroof. Rear end of our Encore GX, again, we have that roof spoiler coming off the top as the roof dips down and makes a curve towards the back. So I do like how they have that Sportback type look on this Encore GX. We have the wiper down below on the glass. We have a full spread of LED lighting in the back as well. We have gloss black down on the lower bumper area, Encore GX and Buick right in the middle of the tailgate looking good. So overall, doesn't look bad here on the rear end of this small crossover. Okay, we are underneath the hood of this 25 Encore GX. And what do we have for a power plant? Well, we got Buick's 1.3 liter turbocharged inline 3-cylinder engine mated to a CVT transmission. You can also get the Sport Touring trim with a 9-speed automatic, but then you'll need to grab all-wheel drive instead of front-wheel drive. 155 horsepower, 174 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 29 in the city, 31 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much for this sport touring action? Well, here we go. Base price for the Encore GX Sport Touring for 2025 is $27,200. This vehicle has no options on it at all, so everything I'm going to show you is standard equipment for the ST trim. But then we do have to add in a destination and delivery charge of $1,295 from Buick's South Korea assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $28,495. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver's door panel, we'll move on in closer. We're going to go soft touch up top. Looks good. Chrome door handle, soft touch on the armrest with that Santorini blue cross stitch, really nice looking. Flat black on our switchgear, decent sized door pocket for a subcompact crossover, standard audio system, footbox. We have a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Floor mats are in the cargo area at this time. Seating wise, you're going to go full manual seats for the driver and the front passenger, but again, the black leatherette with the Santorini blue piping and cross stitch. Looks really nice. ST embroidered into the headrest. May have been nice to make this Santorini blue instead of gray. Let me know what you think. But it's a really clean looking interior, and the Santorini blue accents really look good. And that's part of this ST trim. And this is the ST trim and the smaller Buicks like the Invista and the Encore GX really sell well. Front passenger door panel, same as the driver, no change. We have our dash, soft touch, and then we have some silver trim into your chrome heat and air vent. Then we're going to go more soft touch with the black, but I would have liked to see the Santorini blue up here on the dash. I think that would have been a nice touch. And then down below, nice large glove box. Infotainment system time, what are we looking at? We're looking at Buick's 11-inch multimedia system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. This is the home screen where you can take a look at your maintenance information. You can take a look at your gauges. You can take a look at your trip information right on the home screen. We do have our music, which we can turn on. I'm going to make sure the volume is down. And you got your Sirius XM as well as other radio stations. You can Bluetooth your phone. You can go to the maintenance log, which I just showed you. You can go to the home base button. There's your CarPlay, Android Auto, the settings, your Wi-Fi hotspot. You can go into your settings. You can change the date and time, set up your Wi-Fi hotspot from here as well. Privacy, vehicle to phone sharing, and all that jazz. Change how you want whether you want kilometers or miles per hour, that kind of thing. The language you want, that kind of thing is in that right there. So it really is a very simple and easy system to use. Now, when we go to reverse, we do have a nice large backup camera, crystal clear with trajectory, takes up the whole screen, so I do really like that. We have a volume knob right here. Down below, start and, push button to start, 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards. Down further, we do have a standard heat and air system. It's not climate control. And then down further, we have a 12-volt USB-C, USB-A, and then a rubberized area for storage so things won't slide around. And then behind the gear shift, you do have your engine auto stop start on or off, lane keep assist on off, traction control on off. Here is the gear shift with the leather gaiter and the stitching that's going to take you through this simulated gears of the CVT. But again, it would have been nice instead of going gray here to go with that Santorini blue. But who knows? Let me know what you think. We have an electric emergency brake, 2 cup holders. We do have some gloss black in here, so be careful for fingerprints and scratches. Here's our Buick key fob. Looking good. Unlock, remote start. The Buick emblem is lock, panic button, nice weight. And then we have this area down here for storage. And then we have the armrest, semi-soft, again, black instead of the blue. And then as we open this up, we have a nice area in here for storage. That's removable. And you have a deeper area for storage. The Encore GX steering wheel, we have a leather wrap wheel with the black stitching. Again, I hate to harp on it. Would have been nice to have the Santorini blue in here as well. Buick emblem on the horn button, flat bottom wheel. So I have plenty of room to get in and out of this small crossover, which is nice. On the left here, you got your adaptive cruise control, all flat black. On the right, you got your telephone voice commands, music volume, and the controls for your digital dash. Now on your left stalk, you're going to go turn signals and adaptive high beams. On the right, front and rear wiper. Down on the left side of the dash, you'll be able to adjust your headlights and brighten and dim the dash. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So they have you all set there. And then we have our digital dash. Now, this is mostly a static setup, but you can do different themes on the dash by, if I can bring this up, going to gauge 1 theme. Let's say I want gauge 2. Oops, that was gauge 1. Sorry about that. You're using this roller button, and it is very sensitive. There we go. You can push gauge 2 setup. There we go. And now you got a different display. Or you can go back in and go to your vehicle info setup. And you can have your vehicle info up here instead, or you can go back in and you can go to your infotainment and you can have your infotainment up here. So it is flexible, but it's not the easiest to control when you have to use this roller button. But there you go. And you're back to the beginning, nice and simple. Overhead console, if you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close your door, this button remains in the center. When you open the door, lighting comes on. You close the door, lighting will dim out. We have our SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. OnStar right there. Rear view mirror, standard framed rear view mirror. And then we go to our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back of the Encore GX, I have the seat set for my driving position. So we'll hop on in. Now, duck when you get in. It's a small crossover, and you need to duck because you have a sloping roof line if you're a taller person like me at 5'11". But once I get in, plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder width room, enough knee space even though it's a little tight. And then we have the leatherette all the way down. We have a seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. And then here in the back, we don't have a heat and air vent, but we do have an area for storage in there to slide your phone with a USB-A and a USB-C. Rear door panels, same vibe, same look with the soft armrest, but instead of soft touch on top of the door panel, we're going to go hard black plastic. Now, back seats, very comfortable, same Santorini blue, same leatherette, very poofy, very soft, very cush to the bottom, but we don't have a center armrest. And frankly, I'd like to see one in this upper levels trim for the Encore GX. But overall, it's pretty comfortable back here, even though it is a bit tight. Getting in the cargo area of your 25 Encore GX, it's a manual tailgate. So you come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button. You push it and lift up. Nice and light. Nice large opening when you get it up. And now with all seats up, we're looking at 23.5 cubic feet of cargo space. Moving in closer, here's our carpeted floor mats. Underneath here, we do have a spare, so thank you, Buick, for the spare. We do have some cubbies. We do have some tie downs. We do have some lighting. But to get the rear seats down, you got to move around to either side of the vehicle. So once we move around to either side, there we go. There we go, 60-40 split. So now, with the rear seats down, we're looking at 50.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Encore GX. And of course, you got this removable tonneau or security shade, which would give you more access, more usable space. Window sticker, here we go, 25 Encore GX. Standard equipment, across the top left to right. You can see no options. Total vehicle MSRP $28,495. Fuel economy estimates. Assembly point in South Korea. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we are driving down the road in this 2025 Buick Encore GX Sport Touring, which is pretty much a appearance package on the Encore GX. However, you do get a larger displacement engine. You get the 1.3 liter turbo, 155 horsepower, 174 pound-feet of torque, opposed to the 1.2 liter turbocharged 3 with 137 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque, which is available in the preferred trim. So you do get a little bit bump in horsepower with the ST. Now, there's a lot of Encore GX trim levels overall, but there's three major ones. You have the preferred or entry-level trim, and then you can go Sport Touring, you can go Avenir. Now, within the preferred trim, you can go 1.2 liter or 1.3 liter turbo 3. You can go front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. You can go CVT or automatic. Within our Sport Touring trim, you can go with the front-wheel drive CVT like this one, or an all-wheel drive 9-speed automatic for a little bit more money. And then the Avenir is going to get you the 9-speed automatic all-wheel drive. And I think that's everything, if I remember right offhand. If I missed something, please put it in the comments and let me know. But here we are in 2025. This is really the first Buick rolled out for the 25 model year. The production started over at GM in South Korea on April 1st. And here we go with the first one here at FC Kerbeck. Happens to be the most popular sport touring trim. And it is a nice looking interior in here. I do like the Santorini blue. I do like this leatherette material. It's nice and soft. It feels good. We have wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. We have an 11-inch screen. We got USB-C, USB-A connectivity. We got a 12 volt. So things are looking good in this vehicle as far as the amenities go for a subcompact crossover like an Encore GX. I know a lot of people don't like these small displacement engines, but in these small crossovers, it seems like this is the way everybody's going. But it does have some pep, getting the vehicle up to speed. Front wheel drive hooks up just fine, no problem. Suspension well damped, no issue there. Feels good, right? The steering is a little bit light, but it's nice and direct. There's not much vagueness in the wheel at all. So they really did a nice job as far as that goes, making it steering nice and tight here in this small crossover. It feels good on the road. Compliant. I'm not getting chassis vibrations from the chassis into the passenger cockpit. So that's good. Sometimes with Korean builds you get that. But not in this one. So Buick has done a nice job making sure that the passenger area is nice and comfortable with the seats, with the steering. The air conditioning works great because it's a beastly hot day out today, and the air conditioning works great. Even though we don't have climate control in here, it works great. As we come up down the road, here we go. We're going to check out our brakes. Oh, they stop on a dime and give you a change. And now we'll take off. And down the road you go, no problem, you know. I mean, with this crossover, you're getting on average, if you don't drive like a nut, you're going to get 30 miles to the gallon roughly in this baby with the front wheel drive. And if you don't need all-wheel drive, why spend the extra money is what I always say. But if you do live up north and you do need all-wheel drive, the Sport Touring trim does come with the all-wheel drive, which, like I mentioned earlier, gets you out of the CVT and into a 9-speed auto, which is a nice transmission. Now our turning radius is 18.4 feet, which is a good number for a small subcompact crossover. So here we go. Nobody's coming. It just whips right around like a big dog. Look at that. So as we come down the road, heading back now to the dealership, you know, for a small crossover, it's nice. It's light on its feet. It handles well, which is very indicative of a Korean build, because I see that with Hyundai and Kia builds where they feel lighter on their feet. They feel a little bit fun and flickable. This one does feel the same way, but it is still a very small crossover. But if you're looking for that economical car that you can drive in the city or drive in an urban environment and get into small parking spots, get in those parallel parking spots downtown, maybe this Encore GX is the way to go. But you know, we have a sea of subcompact crossovers. Whether it be this one, whether it be the sister Buick Envista, Chevy Trax, Hyundai Kona, Kia Seltos, Toyota Corolla Cross, Honda HR-V. I mean, there's tons of them, and I'm leaving some out, I know. So in a sea of subcompact crossovers, would you take a look at this Encore GX? Would you consider buying this Encore GX? Let me know about it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Or are you going to go somewhere else for that hard-earned money? Put it in the comments. But I do want to thank FC Kerbeck Buick GMC for allowing the channel access to their first 2025 Buick Encore GX ST for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like. Please also consider subscribing. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.